Jukka-Pekka Saraste back at Heinz Hall with two masterpieces, Beethoven's Seventh Symphony and the Sibelius Symphony Number 5. We're delighted to have you back.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome. How did you decide to put these two masterpieces together? They're both beloved works.
Yeah, well, I think that there's something that I want to always to kind of emphasize, that the model for Sibelius was always Beethoven. It was like his idea of the concentrated material, and then how the symphony doesn't have to have any programs, but it kind of speaks in a kind of very abstract way. And Beethoven and Sibelius, I find that it's very important to me to juxtapose and play together.
How do you quickly get your ideas across as a guest? These are pieces the Pittsburgh Symphony's played many times. They've recorded the Sibelius and the Beethoven. The guest conductor has to have something special to say, and you have to get your ideas out there right away.
Yeah, that's. I think it's that the kind of a charm of conducting, that you can have this wonderful race car, and then you kind of from the first few minutes you kind of if you get the control of it, and if the kind of music making, it becomes spontaneous and without too much explaining. That's the kind of a beauty of conducting to me.
The Beethoven Seventh has the marvelous allegretto that the audience liked so much they asked it be done again. What is it about that section of the Seventh that's so special?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the lament that is in the line, one of the longest lines that Beethoven ever wrote. It's actually a theme, and usually Beethoven wrote smaller units, and this is really like a melody, and to me it's like an Italian lament, and the kind of feeling of heart is there and has to be there.
And from the scherzo to the end, we have so much propulsive energy, the apotheosis of the dance. It's whirling, it's driving forward.
Yeah, it is, but it's also the how to balance the energy in the symphony. It's also because if you kill yourself in the first movement, then there's nothing to add. The finale, in that respect, I find it very demanding, because it's after all that kind of rhythmical, suggestive three first movements, and then you have to still do something at the finale. And if that works, then the symphony works.
And you decided to put the Sibelius Fifth at the end of the concert.
Yeah, because I don't know, not for patriotic reasons, but I think the kind of conclusive chords of the Fifth, it's just a way to finish the concert for me.
It's an amazing period at the end of a sentence. It's absolutely sensational. What an ending.
Yeah, well.
And the whole thing. You are a Sibelius master. What thoughts come into your mind when you see Sibelius on a program?
Well, usually the Sibelius thing is so obvious in Finland, and of course everybody has to have their kind of expectations. But then you do it with other orchestras in Paris or London or in Germany. Then you really need to understand or think about what kind of composer he really was. And that has to be a very, very kind of enriching experience to play it with non-Finnish orchestras, and kind of objectively judge what is good in Sibelius and what is most important thing in Sibelius. And of course, this number 5, he had a big struggle to finish it, and it is the third version of it. And I did the first version, which was so different, and the whole aim of a symphony was so different. And then, after that experience, I realized what process must have been to come to this that we are playing now.